Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, a show that we do every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Vega for SerpentX Tech, the channel. I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, energy drink, tea, whatever it might be. And if you don't like caffeine, grab some water as we go over some cryptocurrency news. Now, I do want to make sure that you are aware that next week I will be having some of my colleagues join me for a meeting. 1 hour meeting, probably going to start a few minutes after 3. It's scheduled for 3, but I need to get the guys in, get everybody settled, and then we'll get started at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So after Red Panda, Rabbit Mining, my morning live stream at 3 Eastern Time here in the United States. I know that's an inconvenient time for some people. Certain parts of the world are going to sleep at that time, but I welcome you to join us. If you could be so kind as to retweet or share the video, that'd be great to get more of our colleagues in the space or more of our other content creators in the space. I will have a meeting scheduled, and right now I have it set for you guys to basically take over next week's Caffeine and Crypto. I might do a test later in this stream right now. To try to use Samsung Dex to set up a Twitter Spaces, and I would love for you guys to join me to see if the microphone works, so where I can record it through my desktop on OBS, but also talk to you through my phone. We'll test that out towards the end of the stream if you're still around, but I just wanted to make sure that you are aware of that meeting next week, how crypto mining has changed since the Ethereum merge. Bitcoin and other assets not doing too hot. It's kind of a low point right now, and thank you for those of you that came over from Chump Change's stream. Crypto Mikel is taking a day off, as you can see. Usually runs before me at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Bitcoin on the daily was almost about to flip the ribbons earlier this week. It hit that top one, which is the 100-day moving average, and then it just got rejected. But considering where we were on September 11th, 24, like right at 25K or below, and where we are now, we're on a positive trajectory. But, once we touch that 27.4, 27K range, we get rejected. Is it suppression? Is the market not ready? Are the institutions wanting to continue to play that game where they're trying to stack as much Bitcoin as possible before regulatory clarity gets a little bit better? Before the ETFs go live, so on and so forth. You can speculate all you want, put on your tinfoil hats, but it will eventually come. And all I can tell, even though it's not financial advice, it's just an opinion, a speculation. Bitcoin's here to stay, and your best bet is to stack as much Bitcoin as you possibly can. Now, unfortunately, not every single person can own one whole Bitcoin, but get as much as you can, because once those ETFs and that regulatory clarity does come, I see Bitcoin being easily over 100K, easily. But we'll see how things pan out. Nothing is certain, unfortunately, in this world. But we'll have to just wait and see. Bitcoin slides to 26.5K amid surging US dollar. Record high rates are a nightmare for crypto firms, talking about interest rates. Good morning, everybody that stopped by. Paul D, Joker Miner, Neomorphous, Black Cat Crypto, All Set Miner, and Pocket Change. Good morning to you. So the 10-year treasury rate surging to a 16-year high and equity market selling off could push Bitcoin even lower. And this is fear that next year in 2024 will be the recession, or towards the end of this year, beginning of next is when the recession is going to hit. Did the Fed complete what they were trying to do, which is that what do they call it? Not a slow fall. Wow, I had the term in my head. I just completely forgot it. Basically, trying to get us out of this particular situation that we're in as smooth as possible, as smooth as you can be, with this current situation of high interest rates and so on and so forth. So people are calling, and they have been for a while now. I've been hearing the term recession used a lot, and now people are saying that it's going to happen more often than not. The best thing that I'm doing is diversifying myself, right? I'm not 100% in crypto, but I am not 100% in like my 401k, IRA, real estate. I'm just diversified across different stuff. So that way, in case one gets impacted, I still have the other asset classes to fall back on. But cryptocurrency market slid lower on Thursday as investors digest, the repercussions of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's hawkish remarks about keeping financial conditions tight and interest rates high for longer. The Bitcoin price declined to around 26,600, down around 1.5% in the past 24 hours. Now, this is on that Thursday, Friday. I believe this came out Friday. No, this came out Thursday. Ether broke 1,600 and extended its losing streak against Bitcoin, falling to a fresh 14-month low against the leading crypto asset. ETH is down 1.8% during the day, similar to the broad market proxy CoinDesk Market Index. Crypto majors suffer even steeper losses, like Solana, Matic, Lidos, Optimism declined 3 to 5% today. Among crypto sectors, the CoinDesk Culture and Entertainment Index, or CNE, defied the slump and gained 1% due to strong performance by non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, the non-fungible token platform. Okay, so it's Immutable X is the reason why that particular index didn't slump as bad as everybody else. But equity sell-off could drag BTC price down. The Fed projected one more hike rate for this year and less cuts for next year, which stirred up the traditional markets. The 10-year Treasury yield surged 16% high, with the DXY index, or the dollar index, which gauges the U.S. dollar strength against a basket of major currencies, jumped briefly near 106 to the highest since the peak of the U.S. regional bank distress in March 2023. The U.S. equities market sold off as a result, with the broad market index S&P 500 losing 1.6% and the tech-savvy NASDAQ composite index plunging 1.8%. So traditional markets were not, left out of this so-called hit. And usually what we've been seeing, because we've been seeing it and talking about it for a while, is traditional markets and crypto kind of being in sync with one another, right? They're trending together. And I am on call this weekend, so bear with me as I work and try to entertain you at the same time and educate and provide information. As always, I am always working. But the point being is that I've been calling and I've been hoping for Bitcoin and the other crypto assets to go off on its own instead of following traditional markets. That has yet to happen, and we'll see how things pan out in the long run. Looks like we got a quote here from somebody. Doesn't tell me yet who that person is, but it says U.S. equity and rate markets have broken some very key levels on the back of this, and the reflexivity, can take over with the bearish thesis from here. The QCP wrote in Telegram market update. And there's a lot of those Telegram groups with market updates and market movers and call signals and put signals and whatever. So be careful out there, because some of them will lead you astray. This macro move could seep into crypto markets, and take BTC lower with it, albeit with a lower beta as compared to other very stretched macro markets like the NASDAQ. So high rates pressure crypto firms. High rates has been pressuring everybody. It's not just going to be crypto firms. It's going to be pretty much everybody. So long story short, summary. The Fed's going to continue to be hawkish. Their actions is putting fear into the markets, and people are, obviously the traditional market and the crypto market are being impacted by, people, their decisions and emotion, right? There's a lot of retail investors out there these days, right? It's not just the institutions and the indices and stuff like that. It's a lot of retail investors. And no matter how many times you could say, hey, remove emotion from your trading, they're still going to trade with emotion. If there's fear, there's going to be fear. Matter of fact, I actually saw the CoinMarketCap Fear and Greed Index go almost towards neutral. Right now it's at 39, but we've been sitting in the low 30s, almost in the 20s for quite some time. And since the September 11th uptick, we were close to the 40s, almost about neutral. That's where I saw it earlier this week, is in that neutral range. So I believe there's some confidence coming back. I just don't think the market's ready to take on to its all new level. What's up, Automatic Beats? Lee Jack, Yeti, thank you for stopping by. No news yet. I'll get back to you offline. I'm still waiting for the file. Matt Electron Engineering, what about quiet depression? I don't think that's a term that they're using. Fed term for recovering after high interest rates. There's a term that I'm trying to think of, and I can't remember it. Monetary policy, blah, 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 interest rates. It's not a slow fall. What is the... Anyway, one of you guys, one of you lovely individuals, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary, know the term I'm talking about, and that's the point that we're trying to make here. That's what they're shooting for. Will they be able to hit that target? We'll wait and see. Sky high interest rates are exactly what the crypto market needs. So while this article was saying, you know, high interest rates is a nightmare for crypto firms, sky high interest rates are exactly what the crypto market needs, right? So this is, there's two sides to every coin. While it's bad for crypto firms or companies, and not just crypto firms, but companies in general, maybe some institutions, depending on their sector, what they're involved in, stuff like that. The high interest rates and the fear that this federal actions are having is actually pushing people away, right? We got other politicians and other individuals saying that the US dollar is not as strong as they're pretending to be. You should diversify and get into other assets. Some people say gold, some people say crypto, some people say real estate, some people say this, that, the other. So that's why I diversified myself. Is I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer for what is going to do the best when this is all said and done. And anybody who says they do know the answer, like 100% concrete, this is what you should do, this is where you should put your money, they might have strong convictions, but you're taking on a risk because you're trusting and believing that person. I don't want to let anybody down, and I'm not going to say this is the one thing you should do. All I can say is diversify yourself, dollar cost average, and don't put your eggs in one basket. And not financial advice, just common freaking sense. So, why does this article say that sky-high interest rates are exactly what the crypto market needs? Well, they say we can no longer rely on central banks to prop up our investments, which means learning to look at the health of companies and products in which we invest. So, it's similar to what Yeti and myself do. We look into these projects or wallets or whatever it might be, and we want to see the full picture. Not just their website, not just their pretty social media page. Who are the devs? Who are the people behind it? Even if the devs don't dox themselves, revealing their full name and stuff like that, we want to know more about the individuals. What was their work ethic? Where did they work at? What companies did they work for? You know, this type of information can help you discern whether or not that project might be a positive or a negative, because there's a lot of projects out there where the devs or the individuals who develop the project will develop it, hype it up, moon it, get their bag, move on. That's the constant cycle of crypto, at least right now during this bear market. There are some assets out there that I will encourage you to look a little bit deeper that go well beyond that. The devs are good. The team behind it is good. But there's a lot of products out there that are just pretty much trying to get their money and then move on to the next project. So you just got to be careful. But similar to what me, Yeti, and Chump Change do with Yeti.uk is they're saying stop relying on centralized entities for your investments and investigate or look into the health of these products or companies in which you're investing in. The United States Federal Reserve Open Market Committee September's decision on interest rates was entirely expected, with the FOMC holding rates at the current level of 5.25 to 5.5%. Also, as expected, the committee indicated that there may be another rate hike coming this year, with Jerome Powell insisting, as usual, in a September 20th press conference, that the job of getting inflation to the Fed's 2% target is nowhere near done. What's more of a surprise, however, is the fact that the Fed raises long-term forecasts for the Fed funds rate, which they now see as standing at 5.1% by the end of 2024. So if we're at 5.5, 5.25, we're only going to go down to 5.1, up to June's prediction of 4.6. So they were expecting to be at 4.6. We might be around 5% by the end of the year. And then their projection in June of 4.6 would then fall down to 3.9% by the end of 2025 and 2.9% by the end of 2026. So that coincides with some of the things that I've been speculating on. Until the presidential election of 2024 and after that, until the halving of Bitcoin in 2024, a year and some change after that, that's when I believe the crypto market will start to grow into new all-time highs. It may pick up. It may go to 48K, but it may not hit past the all-time high into well after that. And this is when you have interest rates falling, right? So say 4% by 2025, almost 3% by the end of 2026. That kind of coincides to 2025. My outlook was end of 2024 to Q2, Q3 of 2025. Now my outlook is pushing past that. It's going into 2025 into 2026, unfortunately. So it's like, man, how much longer do we need to deal with this, right? A lot of us individuals at home working our butts off, living paycheck to paycheck, and our government aren't really doing us any favors, right? They may have given us raises at jobs, but it's not helping cover the cost of the various commodities that we need: gas, milk, groceries, whatever it might be. So it's up to us to just do what we can to the best of our abilities and make the best of the situation. I do believe there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a matter of when we will get to the end of that tunnel. And it seems like that tunnel is just getting longer and longer the more we go down. Kind of like a nightmare, right? When you're running from something down a hallway and that hallway just seems to go on forever. But stay positive, glass half full, things will get better. These numbers are notably higher than previously forecast and indicate a higher for longer scenario for the U.S. interest rates that not too many market participants were expecting. As such, we saw market pullback slightly, like the S&P, NASDAQ, so on and so forth, which they provide numbers and percentages of what they fell. Cryptocurrency markets also responded negatively. So traditional markets and crypto markets, what I just said about the previous article. And this was all happening shortly after Jerome Powell, wrapped up their conference or their meeting. Ultimately, the data shows, and I'll get to live chat if you guys are just saying hi to one another, but if you have any questions, please at me or send a super chat. Good morning, Integra Guy, D-Miners, thank you for stopping by. Taines, what's up, brother? And Chuck, Danger, Gordon Murray, and I think I already said Black Cat Crypto, but I could be wrong. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'm going to keep on rocking and rolling. If you need my attention, at me or send a super chat. I do need some of you to stay by, especially towards the end of the stream, because I want to test out something with Twitter Spaces, but recording it through OBS. You'll see more about it in a minute. But for my viewers that always watch this later on, I want to get straight through the news, and then we'll commingle a little bit more. But long story short, what I was saying, similar to the previous article, is light at the end of the tunnel. Continue to keep your head down. Continue to stack them sats. Diversify dollar cost average. So this is just backing up some of the things that I recommend, but I am not a financial advisor. And it goes on to say that data shows the U.S. economy is returning to a state we haven't seen since before the financial crisis of 2008, 2009. Remember, this is where Bitcoin was spurred on. This is why Satoshi created Bitcoin out of the financial crisis of 2008, 2009. And what's happening right now is kind of proving Satoshi's point, right? We can't rely on these centralized entities. And doing so, putting all your eggs in their basket can often lead you down a dangerous road. Now, I do have confidence in some of our regulators and some of our politicians and some of our world leaders, but just not all of them. And their intentions behind what they do is not always pure. So that's why I would urge caution. But the U.S. interest rate averaging around 4% over 3 years would be no surprise to this old world, nor would annual inflation greater than 2%. The trouble is that investors have become addicted to central banks pumping fast, free money into our economies to battle concurrent crises. When you pump a lot of money, when the money printer goes burr, right? You're devaluing the US dollar, which is why the US dollar would lose strength. Now, the index says it was growing in strength recently, but over the long term, it's going to continue to lose its value. We are now in a mentality as investors where strong economic growth and stable inflation are interpreted as bad news, and crypto markets seem to feel the same way. This is particularly interesting considering that Bitcoin was founded during the financial crisis, blah, 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 what I just said, yada, yada. Okay. What now seems evident is that we can't rely on central banks to provide investment mandates. Rather, we must focus more closely on the actual health of the companies, utilities, products, services they're providing to their customers. And you take that same thing into the crypto ecosystem, right? You know, we got a number of, and it's going to say it right here, Franklin Templeton has joined, is one of the oldest asset managers in the U.S., has joined BlackRock, Fidelity, Invesco, and others in the race to launch a mass market fund for the world's largest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin ETF, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin's internment into the Hall of Fame of global assets, and we can expect cryptocurrency to join portfolios around the world as an alternative to investment coming bull markets. Should the SEC favor one industry over another, so on and so forth. And I actually showed this before, but if you're not familiar with it, I just like trying out new things, right? So I got an app called Acorns, and on this app, you can choose your mix, right? Low risk, moderate risk, stuff like that. And I'm trying to get it pulled up here for you. You can see that a portion of it is Bitcoin, right? And there's a little I next to it. And it's only $38 out of the portfolio in Bitcoin. But the fact that this is becoming more common, right, in the overall portfolio scheme, and as ETFs become more popular, institutions continue to move in this direction, we could see that just so much more. But it's good to see that as an option to where you can have a Bitcoin mix in your overall IRA, 401k, whatever it might be. But you just keep your head down, keep grinding, stay positive, everything will be fine. I say that every freaking weekend, and I'm going to continue to say it until it's a little bit more greener. Until these charts turn all green and Bitcoin's at 80 plus K today, I might be a little bit more cheerful on that. So moving on, Coinbase holds 5% of Bitcoin in existence, says data. So Coinbase holds about 25 billion in BTC. The exchange only owns around 200 million of Bitcoin in its wallets. Blockchain intelligence platform Ethereum recently identified the crypto exchange Coinbase holds about 1 million Bitcoin in its wallets. The coins are worth more than 25 billion in the current market price for Bitcoin. According to Ethereum, the exchange holdings amount to about 5% of all existing Bitcoin. Ethereum said that Coinbase holds a total of 947,755 BTC at the moment. Bitcoin circulating supply is around 19,493,000, according to the coin information CoinGecko. Furthermore, Ethereum also noted that it tagged and identified 36 million Bitcoin deposit and holding address used by the exchange. According to Ethereum's Coinbase largest cold wallet holds around 10,000 Bitcoin because based on the exchange's financial report, the intelligent company believes that Coinbase has more Bitcoin that are not yet labeled or could be identified, right? So not all of their assets have been identified. Honestly, if they don't publish it, it's really hard to tie a person or entity to a wallet address unless you find identifiers to tie that, right? Same thing with Ethereum. A lot of people, you put their names on their wallet address, but not everybody does. Some people have dummy wallets or alternate wallets, and so they move funds around, use mixing services, and then you lose track of the funds, and then you can't find who actually owns those assets. But we identified it, and it looks like Coinbase has got a pretty good portion. 5% is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I say that's a healthy number for this centralized exchange. I would definitely say so. However, I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below or in the live chat. What does this say? Related. Bitcoin mining can help reduce 8% of global emissions. Oh, what is that? September 22nd. All right. A paper published by the Institute of Risk Management, or IRM, concluded that Bitcoin has the potential to be a catalyst for global energy transition. IRM Energy and Renewables Group member Dylan Campbell and Alexander Larson published a report titled Bitcoin and Energy Transition from Risk to Opportunity. The paper argued that BTC was perceived as a risk because of its energy consumption. It also has catalyzed energy transition and led to new solutions for energy changing worldwide, or challenges worldwide. Within the report, the authors also highlight the important function of energy and increasing need for reliable, clean, and more affordable energy sources. Despite the criticism of Bitcoin's energy intensity, the study provided a more balanced view of Bitcoin by showing the potential benefits of BTC can bring to the energy industry. Now, this is something I've been talking about for quite some while, especially when the whole ESG mix or conversation comes up. While that was an argument, like, hey, Bitcoin, they use so much power, it's not good for the environment, we're trying to do this, we're trying to hit targets of that. It's not forcing, but in working with these power companies or power providers, it's putting them in a position to where they need to improve their infrastructure, or they were improving their infrastructure, but they're diversifying their portfolio of energy, their energy mix, right? They have 56% fossil fuels, right? Maybe they're trying to cut that down to 46%. And then the other percentage is hydro or wind or solar or nuclear, whatever it might be. Having a good mix is beneficial for the entire world. And so by these demands in power from various locations, farms, entities, whatever it might be, it's helping our power grid. Now, yes, the power companies need to stop lobbying and being greedy pigs, but if they're going in the right direction and reducing their reliance on fossil fuels, they're not going to cut it completely out. They still need to burn coal to provide power. They're still going to need to use natural gas. But if they can lower it while improving the renewable energy mix, that's a benefit, I think, for the entire world. So that the original arguments in the past, especially during the Ethereum merge, is kind of falling on deaf ears, at least in this household. I know it's not for others, and I respect the environment. I understand what we need to do for Mother Earth, but just having this one-sided view of Bitcoin being bad because it's using too much energy is not a relevant argument, in my opinion. There's other items that we need to take into account and stuff like that. And plus, like we've seen with curtailment and other mining providers, right? Like we saw in Mining Disrupt, the word of the day or the word of the event that me and Mikhail were laughing about, and some of my other colleagues, was curtailment, energy curtailment, right? Being able to manage or curtail your power based upon the needs of the facility, power providers, XYZ, and you can plug in parameters, stuff like that. So Hivon, and I can't name all the companies, but they're all establishing different ways in order to help their farms or locations, curtail their energy needs. And if the power provider is like, hey, we need you to shut down this so we can provide power to this neighborhood who just got hit with a crazy snowstorm, then, the mining facilities can do that. They can pivot. They can adjust according to the needs of its community. Yeti says, what's your feeling about the potential rug pull from Plux yesterday / this morning? So I have not caught up to Plux. As I said, I am on call. So I haven't caught up on anything yet. So PLOX. PLOX. I see POLX. Give me the link, Yeti. Somebody give me the link. Just announced in Discord. I haven't checked out Rainbow Miner either. Like I am not 10 people that can keep up with all the news that's popping off. So Rainbow Miner, right? So here's the website for it. I don't like going to the websites. I like going to the GitHubs directly. So let's see here. GPU, CPU mining script with intelligent profit switching between mining pools, algorithms, miners, combinations of Nvidia, AMD CPU. It looks like features actively maintain you to the top actual miner programs. All right, so it's a mix of different miners, you know, B miner, CC miner, Claymore, DSTM, Enemy Z miner. So some of these are very old miners, but maybe there's more. Let's see here. Let's go to the actual miners itself. All right, so they got BZ miner. Good, good, good. A lot of CC miner, which you have to use for various algorithms or various coins. CPU opt, okay. What else we got in here? These are all PowerShell scripts, right? Yeti, why don't we look into this? Sam Fisher, why don't you let Yeti give time? I know a lot of people are impatient and audits take time. But if you want a dive into this, you can suggest it on Yeti. So that's y3ti.uk. And you can suggest audits. Now, this is technically software. So you can go to the suggestions section and suggest or request an audit. I wouldn't put it under software wallet. Let's see here. I guess we have no choice. So you put under software wallet and then just give us the links and everything. I'll put a pin in it. To scan through it. It's basically a bunch of PowerShell scripts that operate that miner, SRB miner, TT miner, T-Rex miner. But is there anything else, or unbeknownst to us, that might be doing something fishy? I don't know, because we haven't looked into it. It's using a lot of old code. You could see 3 years ago, 5 years ago. So I doubt it. And you can see contributors are. I think this is that Crack from Zpool? It looks like it's a bunch of forks of various mining software from various project people. And it might be really cool. I have to play around with it and see. So here are the releases. Looks like they did some updates to various miners, contributors. Yeah, so there's the Linux one and there's the Windows one. I have to play around with it. Give me some time to do so. And if Yeti gets time, because we're extremely busy, I thank you for your patience. There's a lot of wallets that have been suggested already that needs to get done. Maybe we'll look into it, but bear with us because we are extremely busy. So you said, so it's this one right here. This is the coin you're talking about, which is down already. All right, let's go to Binance Smart Chain. Is it on Binance Smart Chain, Yeti? But Rainbow Miner looks cool to me, bud. To answer your question, Sam, it looks cool to me. A lot of forks of other miners integrated all within it. And I will be interested to try it out. They do request donations. Let's go look at their history real quick. Let's go look at their commits. Yeah, okay. So good. They've been actively developing on it. So there's a lot of activity over the past year. They're basically forking the miners. And you can see there's 8 forks on the miner binaries. They got the multi-miner in there. Ledger app swap. So these are various things that they worked on. Rainbow Miner definitely looking pretty good. Active. Doing some pretty good updates. Looks like there's 2 issues that need help, and they're requesting help. Support for Solus and docs for AMD Ubuntu. So that's asking the Reddit community or the GitHub community to help out. Very interesting project. I like it. I like it, but I would need more time to do a deeper dive. If that's really the dashboard, that is pretty cool. But we'll have to check it out. It looks like it's for Windows and Linux. I mean, it has the ETH enlargement pill as well. So pretty cool. We'll take a look at it. Give us some time, Sam. As far as this token that you just asked about, Plox coin. What is it? So it's a proof of work algorithm. Let's go to miningpoolstats.stream real quick. Okay. There it is. Okay, so ASIC miner EU, Zerg pool, 100% unknown, hash rate dropped like a rock. It was on the EVGA exchange, Exige exchange or whatever. And yeah, it dropped like a rock. Let's see here. Let's go 24 hours. So it started being charted on June. Never really got a hold of anything. A good little pump and then dump right here on August 9th and 10th. And then it hasn't really done anything. I'm not really sure, man. I never paid attention to this project. I mean, like, it says new. So let's go back to miningpoolstats.stream. When did it come out? So here's, okay, so it's a script. It came out 44 days ago, at least on miningpoolstats.stream. Remember, cryptocurrency tokens can be found before they get listed on anything. If you pay attention to some of the websites I mentioned. And something concerning that me and Yeti talked about recently is various projects that are created just to take advantage or to make a bag and get the hell out. Where's the other project? I think it's been removed from miningpoolstats.stream now. So maybe this token is going to be next. But yeah, it seems to be a growing trend where people are creating these tokens, right? Just to get their bag. They're taking profits and then they're dipping out. Project gets rugged, and then the people who mined it, if you didn't sell it as you mined it, you're basically SOL, unfortunately. So what do I think about it? I really don't give a damn because I don't even know what this project was about. Like, what was the point of this project? Do you have a link to their website? Okay, so I was on the right website. So it's a script hashing algorithm. Okay. The website's not really telling me anything. Comparing algorithms. Additionally, script proves. Okay, so it's talking about why script is good. Comparing it to SHA-256. It's bridging gaps between individuals and community with a maximum supply of 400,000 tokens. A maximum supply of only 400,000? That's weird. Ensures a gradually controlled distribution of tokens over time. The coin operates on script algorithm, blah, blah, blah. Provides a stable, reliable ecosystem. Each successfully mined rewards. Like, this website was lazily put together. Yeah, they put some phases together, or a roadmap. But, like, as soon as I saw this website, like, the other website for the other rug pool that we were talking about, Yeti, that was more, that was a better design, right? They actually put more effort into that rug pool scheme by making a nice, beautiful looking website. Even though there were some suspicious things like the AI images of people pretending to be, such and such developer or individual, at least they put more time and effort into this one, into that one. This one, not so much. They kind of just lazily threw it together and whatever. So yeah. Anyways, for some of you guys that just joined us, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget that next week at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be having my colleagues on for how the crypto mining ecosystem has changed since the Ethereum merge. Voscoin, Son of a Tech, and Bits Be Trippin'. Please feel free to share, retweet if you see it on Twitter. Help get some of my other colleagues in the space to participate or to join us in the live chat. And I will have an additional crypto miner meeting through Twitter Spaces, which I plan to do a test at the end of this stream. But I'm going to continue on moving forward, Yeti. I don't really have much more to say. Sam Fisher, I'll look more into Rainbow Miner later, but it looks pretty interesting to me. Okay. Everybody else is talking to one another. You haven't tagged me on anything. Cool beans, Serpent, whenever you can. All right. Thank you, Sam Fisher. Appreciate you. Yeti, let's put a pin in that to scan through Rainbow Miner, make sure there's nothing malicious in it. I doubt it, because it looks like a bunch of forks of other mining software just kind of consolidated into this beautiful ecosystem, but we'll have to see. So let's put a pin in that. Elusive global consensus on regulations leaves the crypto industry in a lurch. So I don't want to read this to you, but it's the same problem that we've been battling. However, what the IMF or the International Monetary Fund, I've talked about this many of times, or the FSB, the Financial Stability Board, or the FATF, or what's happening at the G20 with India having the presidency and stuff like that, those actions and some of the I guess you could say advisements they're passing out to the world has some concerning elements in it, and one in which you should pay attention and just keep an eye on. I talked about a number of videos. Who does a really good job of educating its users is Coin Bureau, when they break down what the FATF, the IMF, the FSB, so on and so forth, is trying to do. But in this IMF FSB paper, a glaring issue takes center stage: the futility of blanket bans on crypto assets. These bans, encompassing both trading and mining activities, prove not only to be a challenge for financial regulators, but also a counterproductive endeavor. The borderless nature of cryptocurrencies incentivizes individuals and entities to evade such bans, amplifying financial integrity risk. Moreover, the migration of crypto activity from one jurisdiction to another introduces spillover risk, further complicating the already intricate global regulatory landscape. In an increasing interconnected world, the imperative is clear: achieving a global consensus on regulation. The world needs to agree on this regulation. It could start with acceptable common minimum regulation, with the liberty of each nation to build on the framework, right? So develop that foundation, that framework, and each nation will adjust accordingly to their economic situation. But cryptocurrencies transcend borders, necessitating international cooperation to address the complexities and risks tied to digital asset class. A unified global approach can ensure fairness, minimize regulatory loopholes, and uphold financial stability. However, the larger questions linger. Why the delay to reach the decision? The answer lies in the inherent conflict between cryptocurrencies and established authority of sovereigns to issue and oversee currencies. Some countries, like India, have taken a hardline anti-crypto stance, while the United States' larger crypto user base and substantial debt grapples with policy dilemma. The recent G20 meetings in New Delhi provide yet another platform for governments to deliberate and push a final decision on crypto regulation. And this is going to continue to happen. And I just want to make sure that you're paying attention to what the IMF, the FSB, the FATF, and so on are talking about. If anything, please put on Coin Bureau and listen to some of the videos that they talk about, and get yourself educated on the situation. Now, TechCrunch is usually known to me for like gaming stuff or tech-related stuff, right? The latest SSD, the latest NAND flash, we got new silicon that is 4 nanometer process or whatever. But I'm seeing more and more of these industries or these magazines, articles, news outlets cover more and more crypto, which is good. So I just found this interesting. The SEC isn't handling crypto regulation strategically. We can all agree on that. I think most of us that are in crypto agree on that. Gary Gensler is taking a hard stance. It's not a good stance with crypto overall. It's not a healthy stance. And Chris Lehane is agreeing with that. There was a Disrupt 23, not mine Disrupt 2023, but another one, I think it's San Francisco, Disrupt 23, in which this individual was able to speak and just aired their, concerns with the SEC's stance on things. Ethereum is having an upgrade that will likely be delayed until 2024. It's called Dencon. I don't know. You tell me how you pronounce it. But there was a meeting that the devs had earlier this week, and it's likely going to be delayed. Is basically what it boils down to. I haven't caught up with Tim or Micah in a while. I'm sure they're doing great. but just heads up that it's likely going to be delayed. Okay, we'll talk more about the update as we get closer to it, but just a heads up. Vitalik Buterin, the man behind Ethereum, talks to crypto and the U.S. crackdown. Probably another event. I forgot which event this is. And they're just airing their opinions about the crackdowns and the stances and the whole situation with the collapses of the FTX and stuff like that. Now, people keep on getting on NFTs really bad. I never really participated in NFTs. I do own some, and I created my own art pieces or whatever to sell for other reasons, like to help veterans get a medical marijuana card. But people are really killing NFTs. Your NFTs are actually finally totally worthless by Rolling Stone. I don't know. I don't really care too much for NFTs. What do you think about NFTs? You know, are they dead? You know, there are some beautiful art pieces that are only NFTs. They're not physical art, right? Maybe you can, now that you purchased it, maybe you can have it printed at whatever shop and put it on your wall and be like, I own this NFT. You know, here's the QR code for the, the wallet address, the proof that I own this NFT. I just wanted it physically on my wall. And, you know, I can understand that. Especially beautiful art. Stupid art, pixel art, not all pixel art stupid. I don't want to be disrespectful because art, it's its own culture. I just think the NFTs just got a little bit too crazy. I just really think NFTs got a little bit too crazy. Another article here saying crypto's growing up. Goodbye yacht parties and NFTs. Hello regulation and practical tech. It seems to be a growing saying that NFTs are not as popular. I mean, maybe it will come back next bull market. Who knows? You know, but right now, a lot of the celebrities that spent hundreds of thousands on NFTs, or some of the individuals that spent hundreds of thousands on NFTs, are now only worth a couple thousand. So they lost a lot of money on it. You know, if they're still hanging on to it, maybe the next bull market will bring those prices back up so you can sell those NFTs. But I don't know. I really don't care too much for them. I do believe this, though. So tokenizing real-world assets on blockchain for crypto lovers is for crypto lovers as well as crypto skeptics now. So whether you're a lover or a supporter of crypto or a skeptic of crypto, tokenizing real-world assets on blockchain is going to be a huge benefit for the world, period. End of discussion. End of discussion. So like, what happened to UPS trying to use blockchain for package tracking? I remember that was a big thing, or not a big thing, but a topic I was very interested in. But I don't recall where it went after that. I do not recall where it went after that. All right, so let's try something. It's the last few minutes of the stream. Red Panda Mining is going to be coming on at 12. I want to see if I can get you guys into Twitter Spaces. So let's open up Samsung Dex. You guys are technically going to be on my phone. But let's see here. So start now. I'm going to grab my headphones real quick. And I need to get this working for next week. So I need your help, okay? So if you got a Twitter account, come join me. Let's see if we could do a quick... I know Twitter Spaces, or the random people on Twitter that aren't familiar with my channel or show are going to be like, what the fuck is going on? But, all right. So, let's see here. So, not Twitter, X. I keep calling it Twitter. Let's see here. How do I create a Twitter space? So, plus spaces. Quick crypto miner test meeting. All right. Let's see here. Is it under science? Let's go to technology. Can I search? Cloud computing. Is there no way to search? All right, we're not going to choose a topic. We're just going to leave it alone. All right, so let's see here. Start your space. We're just going to go ahead and skip that. And I'm going to share the link. And let's see if anybody can get in here. Let's see here. Should be open. My mic is off right now. I'm waiting for some of you to come up so I could test it out. I need you guys, so invite all set. All right, so let's see here. Add speakers. All set analyst. Send speaker invite. All right. Yeti, you buy your Twitter? Let's see here. Yeti. Send speaker invite. All right. So do I have to invite you guys, or can you guys just join? Okay, Key Beast joined. Let's see here. Let's how do I give you speaker privileges? Invite to speak. There we go. I click on you. Invite to speak. All right, so the question is, can you hear me? So once you guys come in here, I need to know if you can work it. All right, you're Key Beast. All right, cool. What's up? I'm gonna follow you back. So I invited you to be a speaker, but you guys are marked as a listener. I think you have to accept working joined as listen in. Invite to speak. Invite to speak. Come on, baby. I wonder if it will only work on my phone and not on the computer. Adjust settings, captions, sound effects. What's it saying? Invite is working, and on your handle has a link to join you directly too. Yeah, but can you become a speaker so I can test the sound? Can anybody join to become a speaker? Click the link in the live chat, jump in Twitter, and I invited both of you to come on as speakers, but you're still marked as a listener. Is there something you need to do? If I invite you, it gives us options to be a listener or speaker. Okay, choose speaker. And just, it doesn't matter if you don't, like, not too many people watch this stream, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But I need somebody to become a speaker and try talking to me so I can see if I hear you guys. I'm on my computer. I think speakers are only on phones. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anybody on their phones? There you go. Thank you, Black Cat. Black Cat, say something.
Oh, hello.
Yay!
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you through my... Okay, so the audio is coming through my phone, not from the desktop. So that means... go ahead and speak some more.
What would you like me to say?
Okay, so you guys would only hear... So OBS will only pick it up through my microphone, not through the desktop speakers. That's very interesting. I don't think there's a way I can change that. Unfortunately, at least not in Samsung Dex, to change where the audio gets played through. Well, that stinks. Okay, cool. So I can hold a Twitter Spaces meeting. It's just the audio is going to be a little bit indifferent. So how are you hearing me? Are you hearing me through the phone, or are you hearing me through the mic? What do you think?
No, I have no idea. You sound pretty clear, so I'm hoping it's through the mic, but I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna mute the mic right now, so the audience on YouTube can't hear me. Okay, so unfortunately the mic is also through the phone. All right, so everything is through the phone. There you go.
Yep.
Now both of you guys are speakers.
Hey,
All right.
Serpent, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, that's For the computer guys, there's a pop-up box that pops up. It just took it delayed on my computer to pop up.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And I know some people have trouble that when they become speakers, when they go from listeners to speakers, they actually have a hard time. Like they get disconnected from the Twitter space and then have to rejoin and get the invite. That happened a lot in the beginning time. So we'll see. We'll see how.
I think that it has to do with Chrome browser.
Okay.
So all right, I'm gonna drop out.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for the test. That's all I needed. I appreciate your assistance.
No problem.
All right. Good deal. So I would like everyone for next week, if you have the availability, we'll have a Twitter Spaces. I'm not sure how well my mic is going to pick up the phone because it's about a foot off from one another, but it does get picked up through the Snowball mic. Let's have a meeting. Instead of a normal Caffeine and Crypto where I just go through the news, let's just have a minor meeting. What are we doing? What are we mining? How has the switch to Ethereum impacted you, your farm, your setup, stuff like that? So the same discussion I'm going to have with some of the OGs in the space, Bispy, Trippin, Son of a Tech, Vosscoin, with you guys. And then maybe we'll have a late night meeting because I know a lot of people in India and other countries that are probably asleep during my 11 a.m. streams that would like to have some time on stage and speak. So we might have a late night Twitter Spaces. So just follow me on Twitter. I will post it when I can in advance. But as far as next week, it's going to be 11 a.m. during Caffeine and Crypto. I welcome you guys to join me. And then again at 3 p.m. later that night, we'll have the guys on. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this stream. Thank you for some of you that were patient enough to. I'm sorry for the 10 people I lost just because I wanted to test out Twitter Spaces, but I completely understand, not your cup of tea. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I believe Red Panda Mining is coming on next, so I'm just going to chit chat with you for a little bit until Red is ready to go live. They're not live yet. I don't see Red Panda in the live chat yet. And thank you, Allset, Keys Beast. ERT Ted, what made you come up with that name? Keys Beast. Feedback permission with mic needs to be allowed. Okay, cool. Yep. All right. Let's see here. MSI launches new. So I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but this right here I found pretty interesting. And I told everybody on Twitter, my gaming / tech profile, because I have 2 Twitter profiles. One is more primarily for crypto, and then one is more primarily for the tech gaming arena. And that's because there's still not as much now, but there's this animosity between gamers and miners. Well, mostly gamers against miners, not so much miners against gamers. But during the GPU shortages, posting anything related to gaming under my crypto profile just got me a lot of ugly, mean words. So I just focus on gaming and tech under my CMV Jax profile, and then crypto or blockchain or Web3 or whatever on my SerpentX Tech. So anyways, I posted on my personal profile, which also I love football, so I do post some football stuff, shows a rumor that the 5090 kind of beats the 4090 by a decent margin. Now, again, grain of salt, but what I said in my post was I would recommend everybody just wait for the 5000 series. Like, I like the 40 series. I had a 4090. I let it go. I got the data off of it, and I let it go. It is one of the best gaming GPUs you can have out there. I just don't like these prices. I don't like spending over $1,000, not only for a smartphone, but for a freaking GPU. The numbers have gotten ridiculous, in my personal opinion. Right? The prices of mid-range cards being $500-$600 compared to $300-$400 is very disappointing. So that's why I liked the AMD 7700 XT and 7800 XT. The price, the amount of memory it provided, very competitive. We'll see what Nvidia does. Maybe they'll drop their prices. But CodePyte 7 Kimi is usually really good at these rumor mills, or not rumor mills, but getting data and information out ahead of time. So instead of going for a 40 series, if you're doing okay with your 30 series GPU, right? Like you're an individual, you game for a little bit, play some AAA titles, you're having no issues, DLSS is working, FSR is working, whatever, just hang tight. Because I think the Nvidia 5000 series and the AMD 8000 series are going to be that leap that we're looking for, right? These incremental upticks in performance isn't as compelling to me. And I think the 5000 series is going to be a decent uptick. And I think this 8000 series from AMD is going to be a decent uptick. So I would urge everybody just to hang tight and just wait it out a little bit as we're sitting here waiting for Red Panda Mine to go live. So we'll see how things go. Welcome back. So yeah. Other than that, man, there's not much really popping. It's really not. Like, I don't have anything crazy to tell you. I don't have like some substantial piece of news that will like change your life for the better, unfortunately. You know, if you could try to help one person a day, please do it. You know, helping the old lady cross the road, somebody drop their wallet, you know, somebody's having a rough day, you can talk them off the you know, having out of their rut, depression, whatever it might be. You know, just go have a positive impact on people. You know, it comes back around, right? If you're a jerk to everybody, you know, it's gonna come back around and get you. Karma will get you. But if you're going around being positive, yeah, you may not receive that blessing right this second, but you will eventually receive it. And it's often not when you want it, but when you need it. I don't know why, but again, it doesn't matter if you believe in a religious entity, God, Buddha, whatever, center of the universe. It doesn't matter. Like, you put out positive, you're going to get positive back. You put out negative, you're going to get negative back. So just keep grinding, do something nice for others, and things will pick up. Cadena is at 47 cents, man. That project really suffered after ASICs became very popular. And, you know, some people are concerned about Caspa, and I don't even think Caspa's rank on CoinMarketCap is even correct, to be honest. What is its rank right now? Where's the number? Rank. 207 by market cap, 146 by 24-hour volume. Let's go confirm that. So let's go show rows. Okay, let's go down to page 2. Let's see if Caspa's in here. So Caspa's not here. So maybe page 3. There it is. So page 3, number 207. It's up 0.6% on the 1 hour, down about 2%, 24 hour, and down 8% in the past, 24 hours, I think. But I mean, just zoom out, man. It's been on a steady uptick since it's come out. You know, the chart only starts in June 2022. And remember, Son of a Tech was talking about it, I think, around or before this. And I was talking about it in the early stages, like July, I think my birthday, 2022. So, you know, if you were mining it back here, where it was a fractions of a penny, and now here it is, then you're good to go. Smash the like. How to stream again. You gotta figure out. Hey, Crypto Mikkel. Hope you're doing good, my bro. But yeah, man, zoom out. I know Caspa's down right now, but zoom out. This project, even despite the ASIC concerns, is doing pretty well. And that's one of the key points I mentioned in my past videos, was they are in trouble unless they do X. And they've been executing. So good job. Good job. All right, so let me grab this stream. I'm going to redirect you guys over to Red Panda Mining when they go live. I thank you so much for hanging out. And Red Panda, please do me a favor and tweet or mention the live stream that we're going to have. With Son of a Tech, Bits Be Trippin', and Voss Coin next Saturday at 3 p.m. I'm going to share it in your live stream right now, bud. I appreciate it. Don't forget, next week at 11 a.m. EST, you all take over the show for Caffeine and Crypto via Twitter Spaces. Then at 3 p.m. EST, Vosk, BBT, and SOT together with me. All right, come on, Red. Go loud, brother. And good luck on the Radeon 7s. Hopefully they're not, you know, code 43. What was the other one? Code 43. I did a video on it. Code 43 and I think 50 something. I could be wrong. Those codes annoyed me, right? Like, you don't have enough resources or whatever. And it's like, what do you mean I don't have enough resources? And I remember it was like something about PCIe lanes, and then there's a registry hack. There he is.
Meet your next pillow.
All right, good deal. So Red Panda's going live. You guys, Red, welcome back. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Appreciate your time, your patience. I'm sorry my shows aren't as entertaining as some would like, but I appreciate you guys coming for just, you know, the conversations, the data, the discussions. And I just appreciate your support. You have yourself a wonderful day. Stay positive. Go help somebody today. I love you. And do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit notification bell to stay up to date. As well as check out some of the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. You just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.